G'day guys, Clint Adams here, Director of the Hectagon Group of companies that is made up of Railways, Lawn Hub and Waterpro currently. Over 3 years ago, we produced a video on the 12 immutable laws of Waterpro, which are the rules that we have for the team to follow in order to make sure that we're delivering the best quality of service and that the business runs exactly how we want it to run. Now, 3.5 years ago was a long time ago for me, and so we decided to produce an updated version of the 12 immutable laws as I see them today. So, rule number 1, do the right thing. Now, do the right thing sounds like a pretty basic rule, and when we looked at the video before, I described it as do the right thing is just do the right thing. Now, there's plenty of examples in business where you have an opportunity to maybe take advantage of a customer or a supplier by not correcting a mistake, etc. It is imperative that we always do the right thing and correct those mistakes and make sure that we are doing the right thing. And I guess that's the best way that I can explain it, to ensure that when we go to bed at night that we know we've done no wrong. Number 2, play the long game. Life is both long and short, and it's a weird thing to say, but when we're making decisions around day-to-day operations of the business, we need to keep in mind that this is a 40 or 50-year journey growing this empire, and it's not something that it would be irresponsible for us to make decisions that benefit us in the short term but would hurt us in the long term. So examples of that would be that if a customer rings up and there's a concern, and it's probably a 50-50 as to whether or not it was their fault or our fault, we take it on the chin, let the customer have the win, because we see the long-term value of that relationship as more important than any individual win inside the day-to-day. Number 3, no dicks allowed. This is one that's caused probably the second most amount of interest in the 12 immutable laws. The basicness of it is we don't want to be working with anyone who treats our customers badly, treats us badly, treats our suppliers badly. That includes staff, customers and suppliers. Anyone that's involved in the day-to-day of any of the businesses just needs to not be a dick, and it's really basic. So behaviours that we will identify as dickish are I guess people not paying us on time repeatedly, people being rude to either a team member or even their own members of staff that inside our walls. It's very common that if someone treats their staff like shit, they're probably going to treat you like shit at some point. There's a few others, and usually it'll be 1 or 2 behaviours consistently identified or noticed that will then put us into a position where we'll put someone on the no dicks allowed list, and then we won't deal with them anymore. And in doing so, it has made the business a much better business to work for, because the staff know that they are going to come to work and enjoy their day, and they're not going to have to deal with dickish behaviour from customers, suppliers or other staff. Number 4, strike while the iron's hot. The best example I had of this, and I think it's the same example that I used in the initial video, was that the world is moving very, very fast, and if there is an opportunity to take advantage of, you need to strike while the iron's hot. If you want to post a social media post talking about something that's relevant in pop culture, you need to do it straight away. You can't wait till tomorrow. That one's probably a bit of a funny one. That happened the other night. If you're a sales rep and you identify an opportunity to go chase a customer for a job, you need to strike while the iron's hot. It can very much be that the next morning when you decide that it's the right time to chase that it's too late and someone else has done it first. So when we move fast. And so that in doing so, we make sure that we are taking advantage of every possible opportunity that comes up. We are not running, we're not trying to maintain a business, we're trying to grow a business, and to do so you need to strike while the iron's hot. Number 5, always on the accelerator. This one comes from a marketing story that I heard from Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola CMO was asked, you are the market leader in what you do. Why do you continue to spend so much money on advertising? And I'm paraphrasing, and I wasn't there, but the story goes that they said, well, for the same reason that a plane doesn't turn their engines off when they reach altitude, like you need to continue to keep your foot on the accelerator. That's how it works. Now, we can probably be guilty of not celebrating our wins enough because of this. but every time we succeed and get to the next level, we need to keep our foot in the accelerator, because if you take your foot off the accelerator, you're going to fall back, and that climb back up is going to take a lot more. So pretty basic. Doesn't matter how much you win, we need to keep pushing forward. Number 6, treat money like blood. This one is probably the only rule of the 12 immutable laws that I do not do very well, and it's there as a constant reminder to me that I need to treat money like blood. If a business is a body, cash is the blood that keeps the body alive, and if you disrespect cash, you'll soon run out of it, and your business will no longer be able to survive. So it's important for us to be intelligent about the use of the money in the business, as you would be with blood in a body. Not waste money, be frivolous where you need to be sensible around purchases, have high quality accounting, chase the money that's owed to you, make sure that you're doing everything possible to keep cash flowing in your business. Number 7, get rich right. This one's a little similar to do the right thing, and the example that I used in do the right thing of making sure that if you make a mistake when invoicing a client and fixing it applies very much here. There is definitely ways that I could make a lot more money than I do by lying, cheating, stealing, and doing the wrong thing. The thing with that is it goes against my moral compass, and it's just not something that I can do, so that our growth is going to be steady and slower than it might be if we did the wrong thing. But 2, it's not in line with playing the long game. You do the wrong thing by a supplier or a customer by invoicing them a high amount and hoping you don't get caught, or not correcting a supplier when they've undercharged you. It's just not the right thing to do. So we make sure that we get rich right, so that at the end of the day, we know that we've done no wrong, we've got a clean sheet, we've played a straight bat, and that whatever we've earned, we've actually earned, and it hasn't been from cheating, and it just, I guess, ultimately makes me sleep well at night. It's the right thing to do. Number 8, no dry humping. This is a confusing one for a lot of the team, and it's a rule that doesn't come into play too much, but the idea is that in our world, there's going to be clients that we have desires to deal with, and we'll be chasing them because we are very aggressive, kind of politely aggressive around how we chase our customers. And every now and then you'll have someone come in who is, I guess, desired and famous in our world. I need people to just stay calm. You don't want to have guests around and then have your chihuahua humping their leg. This is very much the same thing. We don't want to make customers feel uncomfortable when they come into the shop. So no dry humping. Number 9, leopards and spots. This is up there with one of our top 2 or 3. If someone does something today, they are very likely going to do it tomorrow. People do not actively change their behavior very often. If someone's ripped you off, if someone's lied to you, if someone's cheated, if someone's hidden something from you, they are going to do it again. So it's important for us as a business to understand, to learn from our experiences, and remember leopards and spots. It's pretty clear. Number 10, fuck normal. Now, this one's probably going to make sure that the video doesn't get seen by anyone, because no one likes swear words. It wasn't designed to be rude. It was just the way I feel. Now, a lot of times we'll have situations where someone will come to me and go, oh, but competitor A does this and competitor B does that. I really don't care. We are running our own race. I don't want to measure us against anyone else. The problem that occurs when you do that is that you will be equal to +1 of everyone else. We don't want to measure ourselves, we do not want to measure ourselves against the normal, and therefore we will be above average, and it could be by a long shot, because we're running our own race. I don't care what anyone else is doing. I don't care why they're doing it. We run our race, and that is fuck normal. Number 11 is get it done having fun. This one can sometimes have an uneven spread. I'm kind of very much talking to the guys about get it done 9 out of 10, have fun 1 out of 10. Sometimes it can get a little bit out of hand. We've got a very excited and fun working environment, and sometimes it can get out of control. I don't push too hard back on that, because I understand that usually I'll walk into a situation and that's when they're having fun and they've been getting it done for the whole day. The idea is that we're not saving lives here. We basically sell dirt and plastic. It's not rocket science, it's not brain surgery. We come in, we do a great job, we enjoy our jobs, and we go home. That's getting it done having fun. provided the team can get the balance right, which we're always working on. Number 12, ready, fire, aim. Some of my senior management team don't like this one, but I think I'm a big fan of not letting the perfect be the enemy of the good, and so we will go to market before we're ready and we'll work it out on the fly. It's just how I've always done things. It's not, it doesn't make it easy for a lot of people that like structure and stability and planning to work for me, but that's the beautiful thing about being a director. It's my call. And so we will have situations where we're rolling out new software and it's not quite ready, we have to go for it. Now, let me be clear, this doesn't mean that we take a truck on the road before the brakes have been installed. Like, there are certain things around safety that we will not compromise on. But, you know, posting up a clip that we filmed for social, if it's not quite there, we post it if it needed to go up. You know, software, we're nearly there, it goes up. You know, if the shop, we had a shop, we open up a new shop, and the shelves haven't been finished being built, we're opening the shop. Like, there's a lot of things that if you worry about being perfect, you'll never get done. And so, and also that you're gonna get quality feedback while you're going through the aiming process that's gonna help you get that bullet exactly where it needs to land. Now, there's some bonus rules that no one really knows about, and these have been internal for a long time, but I'm very happy to be able to share with you some secret bonus rules that have popped up over the years. The first one being rule number 13, pork rule. The rule is, if you leave the business to buy a Vietnamese pork roll, you must call the business and notify all staff members that you are doing so and give them an opportunity to get on board the pork roll train. It's pretty basic. It's not pork bowls, it's pork rolls. And I think the guys aren't doing a great job of it at the moment, but I hope they get better. Number 14, always bring snacks. This came from a trip to Sydney where we stayed in an Airbnb and there was no food. And so the rule is now, if we're doing anything, we just need to have snacks, right? Snacks are important. People get hungry. When people get hungry, they get hangry. When people get hangry, they make irrational decisions. So we just always bring snacks. It's mainly for me. And number 15 is always bring beers. Similar situation in Sydney, we just ran out of beer. You know, you need beers. And so always bring beers, that's number 15. But those 12 laws that exist today have stood the test of time. We've had them for over 3 years now. They consistently get referred to by the staff when making decisions, and it makes it much easier for them to know how the business, what my desires are and how they should be acting within the business. And when they can refer back to one of those rules, it's almost like a shield to protect them around making decisions, which is exactly what I want them to be doing. I've hired these people to do a job. I don't want them having to come and check every 2 minutes if they're doing the right thing. They know the rules. It's time to run with it and chase down that 100 million.